Trying to get situated. Stuff is all over the place. Just got finished putting another application to the surface. We're still testing out the gamer. Get our projection and everything. There we go. Now we're back to normal. Jeez. A little bit of craziness going on there for a minute. Alright, first things first, my name is Kenneth Burr. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. We're working on several different formulas all at the same time. We got the Apex Gamer over here. We have a big football season sale going on our Black Cinematic. And we have working on technology for 2026. So yeah, it's been a little busy. And that's not the other little odds and ends stuff that I have in between that has to be done. So it's been really busy updating the website, just getting everything ready, and doing what has to be done. Where is the top of this? Over here. All right. So, do we have volume on this? Where's my volume at on this? And it's on the way to the bottom. So we're at stage 2. Oh, where are you at for audio? Audio 7. Let's see what we come up with that. We got fans on the screen because we're drawing the screen right now. This is the stage 2. Still has 3 more other upgrades to go, and we'll be done with it. And I still have tester doing ultra sure throw and long throw and pico and all that stuff. To make sure the screen comes up with nice bright colors. Make sure my lens is clean. There we go. Do I say ultra black? Oh yeah, it is ultra black. Okay. Yeah, because I hate it when I say ultra black and it'd be no ultra black in it whatsoever. So what did we upgrade? Contrast levels. We actually made them much darker than what they were before. Heighteners upgraded. Because anytime we darken it, we have to basically make sure that heightener is high enough so that way we don't have any issues with the screen basically coming up muddy or dirty or none of that nonsense. Now, projector he's in a demonstration is our Chrissy LW400. Projector again cost me $50. 720p model. I think it's a WXGA. I'm going to be picking up a LX400, which is actually 600 by 800 720p. It sits in eco mode because we never have to burn in eco mode at all. Well, actually, we don't have to burn them in full mode, but eco mode. So right now we're coming in at 25 out of 4,000. So I'll be posting at the bottom. Stage 2 is completed. We got it darker, and we brought the whitener, the height levels up a little bit more because we have to do that when we make the screen much darker. So you'll see the comparison between this and the other one side by side. That one's actually darker than the other one. And then we get a chance to take it downstairs in normal lighting and slap it against a monitor, because that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to put it side by side next to a monitor, which means I have to bring the PlayStation downstairs and I have to bring the Fire Stick downstairs. Benefits of having 24,000 in your ceiling is the benefit of it, but the fact that you can actually test your screens in really, really highly lit environments. So when we take these things downstairs and we put them in normal lighting, yeah, it's a different story. I mean, they generate up here pretty high.
It's time for polls on WhatsApp.
Downy gives your sheets a delicate, fresh scent that feels life into your laundry.
Now, most likely we're looking at November when we're going to be the launch this, because still, like I said, I have a host of ultra short throw tests I have to go through. I ordered the lamp for the NEC because that one died, so we have to order a lamp for that one. That should be here in no time at all. Pretty soon we'll be done with the background screen. Tiles are coming in for that. It's going to take about 12 tiles to complete the entire screen that we have behind us, including the chaser LED lights, which will be going on the floor and around the screen, giving a chase effect. In the steampunk PC I'm building, that is involving a new technology. There's a haze version, chestnut haze version, or hazel version of the AdTech, which we're going to be showing off on that particular setup. And then you see lighting in the environment doesn't affect the screen. It produces nice, beautiful, bright, vivid colors. And again, there's no calibrating, there's no expensive machines, there's no dark environments, which is very important for my customers and people I'm doing business with, that they're not trapped in a dark environment. It's fear that their colors and contrast is going to disappear. Now, I spent a lot of my time in gray screen forum sites to see what your chatter is about, and I get the same response every single time. The contrast, you guys are not seeing this at all, period. So to be in an ambient light controlled environment is basically cheating. You're supposed to be in a fully lit environment, especially with ultra short throws. They're designed to replace TVs. So I don't know how that even works. They're all in there chatting about their contrast levels. Now they come there like, no, you don't have contrast at all. You have shades of gray. Some of them have never seen a black screen before. Today they saw a black screen. And you get the same reaction like, okay, so does it match black paint? I like that one. We have uploaded the entire freaking black versus black testing page on there. I give them a lot to actually go through. A lot of testing going on in there. And then I ask questions like, is your stuff testing? How about your product versus gray paint? So you can ask the question, but you can handle the question when it comes back at you. And now we get a lot of stuttering and blah, 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 and whatever. AKA, no, you didn't test your stuff against gray paint, which means I can duplicate your stuff. My field was actually gray paint before I actually got into black paint. So I know quite a lot about gray screen paint products. I also know that the fact that, judging by your environment and where your projectors are sitting and what type of projectors you're using, I can tell what's in your stuff. Gray screen paint gets off different reactions. So calibers of different types of projectors they use is basically trying to improve the chances of the screen actually generating in a somewhat lit environment. Ah, look at Mr. Hootie. Mr. Hootie! I got to be out of here by 9 o'clock, which my time is dwindling. I had so much to do when I got in here. I was updating, uploading videos. We got enough videos already made to keep uploading them, as we just do one video here and there. We can upload the rest of them. What? That people want to show what stage 2 looks like. We still got 3 more stages to go. It's not even done yet. And of course, I want to check out a little gaming on this. Wasn't Streets of Rage? I wasn't Streets of Rage. I like the old. Well, you can put the old music in from Street Rage. I forgot about that. You can put that in there. Axel. Oh man, me and my friend play this, and we do it without the safety on, which is jacked up, because you can jack each other up, which is so funny. She takes all the money. All the money! Leaves me with nothing. Let me see. I guess we gotta do story on this one. Story, you're not gonna do the whole story. We're gonna do a couple of stages. Let me see. Where's my buddy at? I like the policewoman. That's my favorite character. Oh, change the color. Right there. Alright, get her started. Get the fan off because we technically don't need it. Taco's getting into a fight with his fish. Who knows what that argument's about? Can we get past this? Down. Stage 1. Oh yeah, much better. Stage 1 was nice, but this is much better. I got much more darker contrast levels, which I needed. Hey! Throw me in the next row, did you not? Oh, how are you gonna get back on that one? Okay, where's Mr. Pokey? That freaking switchblade. Oh, we never got him. Oh, there's the next level. The era of the beat 'em up games, man. Woo! Cool. Very nice. Pokey. Alright, I'm gonna try. Oh, controller's about to die. Whatever. Let me see. I'm just testing this out real fast because I gotta be somewhere in about a few minutes. I gotta go look at a unit. No, don't want to go there yet. I want to go there now. I want something fast, quick. That's going to take forever to load. Give me a I do a little fighting real quick. It's one of my favorite games anyway. I finally got whatchamacallit on Rush. I got it back. I don't know why they took it off their library. They literally took it off the library. And I paid for this game and they took it off the library. I was so ticked off freaking digital downloads get on my freaking nerves. Freaking took my game off. And I figured, like, what the frick is my game? It's not even in the library anymore. Can't even find it. They took it off, and I paid for this game. So now I went down where I got the connects from. They have it over there. So I'm going to go pick it up. Cryware. But not only that, I got to go look at a place. Good thing about it is we'll be getting the place back. Sad part about it, we can't show you where it's at. You've seen the stuff that we went through with weirdos sending us half naked pictures of themselves and all that weird creepy stuff. Yeah, we can't show you where it's at. And you're saying, well, these people will be locked up. Yeah, these people will be locked up. There's no doubt about it. They will be going to court and will be going to jail. That's no problem, whatsoever. But you got people that are copycats. We counted about 27 so far and counting that we found accounts and people that were basically slandering my company. I said it's going to be a long, these lawsuits are going to be going into next summer. Like, that's how big these lawsuits are. So we found other individuals, we were able to track them down and found them doing the same activity they were doing. So guess what? You get a letter in the mail, you can get sued for $1 million. And if the judge sees enough of this traffic going through, like, man, this guy's having a trouble, at the end of the day, they're going to start upping freaking prison time on this because we can request it from the judge. Look, Your Honor, we're having a lot of problems with individuals online. They've been attacking our company for no reason. We need stronger prison sentences. And now you're going to have people coming to get an automatic 5 years. But remember, you guys you paid the roadway for that. That makes it easier for companies to prosecute you. Something that would give you probably a slap on the wrist and some probation can now get you a year in jail. Because they have to use you as an example now. Now, does that affect our business in any way? No, we still make money. We serve God at the end of the day. We still make money. Technology still flows. But at the end of the day, you are paving the pathway for us to give you more jail time. Because now we can show a track record of individuals attacking our company. And now we can ask the judge for maximum sentencing because we can get it now. Thank you. Gee whiz Louise. It's like the revolving door scenario. And that's what the lawyers are pushing for, to try to get people 5 or 6 years or maybe a year in jail. Because we can show that we've had problems in the past. So judges are like that. Judges will use you as an example. Now most of the time I probably won't even be in these courtrooms. Most of the time there'll probably be somebody representing the company. It would be better if I was in there because I would give you more leniency, but someone else, they may treat you completely different. They may just take everything from you and throw you in jail because they can do it. So it depends on who you're going to be dealing with. But most likely I'm not going to be in there. Someone else is going to be representing me. I'm here on behalf of Mr. Bird. And yeah, they can do that. Woo! Get this on. Make sure this thing is running nicely after the new upgrade. The white levels are pushing nice and high. Colors are pushing. I like to test on this one. So, I got things to do. I'm a busy person, I don't have time for these childish, stupid, jealous games at the end of the day that people want to play. If you don't like my product, then make something better. Challenge me something. But if you got to break the law like that, then you deserve everything that comes your way. Don't complain about it. We'll stick a gag order on you. You know what gag orders do? That means you can't talk about it, speak about it, say nothing about it. If you do, we can sue you again. Yep, that keeps you from basically talking. And mind you, if you get caught with one of these things where these are cyber crimes, because you're going to be charged with a cyber crime, which is automatically 20 years in jail. You get caught with one of these things, we now have the right to remove you completely off the internet, which means you're banned from the internet because you violated that. Look it up. If you don't think it's true, look it up. And any content, anything you have, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter accounts, I don't care if it's family or not, we can have it removed. You get a court order to get it removed. Anything about you. So, yeah. You got family of your kids and all, we get all that stuff wiped off. That's one of the penalties of committing a cyber crime. You're not allowed access online ever again. Pedophiles usually get those things. But you can do that. Look it up. If you don't believe me, go check out an attorney that deals with, or Google it. It'll tell you from the door. Yeah, you get hit with a cyber crime. That's why they don't hit you with harassment. Harassment more offline is most you're going to get maybe like 2, 3, maybe 7 years, depending on how bad it is. But once it hits online, it completely changes. Now it's considered to be a cyber crime. Police don't get involved in this. FBI gets involved in this, which means you're automatically get a 20-year prison sentence because it was online. You got to know your rights, man. You got to know your rights. Yeah, because all that online bullied and went on and people were committing suicide and all that crazy one, they're really strict on that now. You dox someone's address, they don't consider it to be under the doxing law. They consider it under cyber crimes because you did it online. 20-year prison sentence. I read through all that. I was like, what the freak? Because I read paperwork all the time. I'm into that kind of stuff. But those laws change automatically. And unlike in certain laws, like if you commit a crime, you have to usually come to that person's state to file. Cyber crimes are different because it happened online. You'll be coming to us. But if you don't believe me, look it up. That's what I said. If you don't believe anything Mr. Bird says, go look it up. I have an attorney call me. That's a better way to do it. Have a real lawyer contact me. Now, do I know anything? Am I a lawyer? No, but I got a heck of a lot of friends that are lawyers. A lot of friends that are attorneys. And I always bring stuff to them all the time by saying, hey, look, can I do this? Can I do that? What's the penalty for this? I got a patent attorneys, all that stuff. And then I do a lot of research. I file a lot of paperwork. I just figured out some interesting stuff when I was over in City Hall on how to file documents, how to pull someone out of their state and bring them here. found a little interesting. And I run it past an attorney and say, hey, can I actually do this? And they're like, actually, you can do this. That's why sometimes if they can't get around certain laws, they'll go back to old laws that are actually still existing and they'll use those laws, which can be held, can be used in court. Did he just kill me or did I kill him? Ah, my goodness. I actually play better when I'm not paying attention. That works better for me. As usually, this guy kicks my butt all the time. I can get into my special on him though. Man, this paint is great. I'm loving it. The colors, everything's nice and bright. Get off me, get off me. At Sonic, I had to download Sonic. Sonic's got some beautiful colors in it, so I downloaded Sonic. I don't know which one it is. I haven't played Sonic in years, but yeah, it's actually one of the new ones. I think. I'm not sure, but can't wait to play it on here. Get off me. Time for pain. Oh, yeah! You got pain. Ah, I like it. I like it. I like it. Yo, light hitting the screen. It's absorbing all this. This is the best place, man. I know next time and our new setup, that's what I'm looking for, lighting. I need a lot of lighting. And our new setup, I'm looking for over 24,000. I want something super bright in there. And if we had to design a room, which we can't be in there, technically we cannot be in that room. If that room fires up that way, we can't be in there. But we're going to have it so we can stand outside the room and we can test the screens with that much lighting. I'm serious how much these things can actually take in. I mean, those screens over there take sunlight. So I don't know how much what kind of environment we're going to have to build for that. We don't want to mess around and burn the screen in there. Amazing! I gotta get my Dragon Ball Z back. I gotta see what Dragon Ball Z looks like on this. Oh my goodness. I think I have it. I forgot to figure which account I have it on. I think I have it on my other account. That's another thing too that triggers me up. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I love console and all. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I do people think, oh, I've been playing console games like before most people were actually knew what console games were. I've been around a long time gaming console. It just console changed, man, when it went online. Don't get me wrong, the online play is freaking amazing. I freaking love it. But it changed so much once it went online, man. I've never ever had an issue where my account got banned due to the fact that I had a dispute with freaking Sony. That's how one of my accounts got banned, through a dispute. I told you, charge my card. And I'm like, what the heck did 50 bucks come out of my card for? And because I basically asked them and show me a receipt where I bought. I didn't buy anything. I really buy anything. I download everything. That's why I paid the money for the freaking, what's it, like 17, 20 bucks. You can download, stream. I got the whole package on this thing. I can stream, do all that good stuff with games and everything. So I get a lot of free games, so I don't even bother buying games. And if I like the game enough, then I'll go buy it. But it's rare that I buy a game on here. I stream everything, or I just play all the free games. I got a good library, so, ain't no point in buying anything. So I was missing 50 bucks. I'm like, okay, so where did it go? Because my charge on my PayPal account saying it came from Sony. And they denied it. Well, you don't want to live up to the fact actually charge my card. So they didn't want to give me back the money. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll just do a charge back on you. And that's what I did. I went and did a charge back on me, and they banned my account. So you banned my account. All the money that I put in to buy stuff for that system, plus my VR games and everything over there, I can still play them, but I can't play them online. And you mean to tell me I got banned because I did a chargeback that you guys refused to admit that you took money off my account? That ticked me off. I don't have that issue on PC because it's free service. Oh, I hope I caught you with that one. Oh, there, I got you. Yeah, there you go. Bye. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're going to ban me? So now I got to make a whole new account, which was this one, and basically start the whole process all over again. And some of them games, I'm not redoing again, because them suckers took forever to beat. Like my Dungeon Defenders 2. You have any idea how much money I spent on that freaking game? Freaking buying those chests. Because you got to basically buy the chest, and the chest open up. You get all kinds of special armor and all that stuff, man. I spent a lot of money on that freaking game. And now I got to start from the beginning. I had all the characters upgraded to over 50 experience. all my weapons, over 50 experience. Man, it took a lot of grinding to get that stuff, man. So the only way I can get the account back, I gotta basically give him 50 bucks. So I gotta pay you on something I didn't pay for. Freaking robbery, man. That's what ticked me off. So I went back to PC for a while. Is he in the Western Phone? He is in there. No, I never had that with Dreamcast either. I never had that problem with Dreamcast. I was online with Dreamcast. So online with Dreamcast. What's online with? I never went online with the NES. No, 64 did have online capabilities. It was called NetShark. They had the capability going on, but at the time I wasn't really big into going back. I was playing Turok and freaking Mario and all that stuff on there. That's basically about it. Sat in line for a N64 with a bunch of other people. Man, you can't get that experience ever again. When I bought the Atari Jaguar when it came out, the 64-bit with a giant controller. You thought the Xbox controller was huge with the huge jewel in the front. And I had the original. I still got it. I still got my original Xbox with that huge jewel piece in the front of it. I still got it. And that is my original when I first bought it. It's still working. Can you believe that? Which is shocking when you really think about it. Because so many problems that the PlayStation had was disc reading issues. That's all it had when it first started off. It always goes up. Dreamcast had the same issue. Saturn had them, the same issue. But now the systems today don't even last that long compared to the older systems when they first came out. They just don't. I really don't see, I don't know. If I'm going to go back to the consoles, I want to go back to the original Xbox when it came out. That was amazing. Halo, that's my first game I got was Halo. My first game I ever got on the Xbox system was Halo. And I never forget picking it up after work. Went down to this local game store in the neighborhood. Xbox was heavy as a mother jumper. But it basically was a big unit. But yeah, and I got Halo. First time I saw it. And I asked the guy about it. He says the #1 selling game. And I got it. Man, he was not joking. Now I had to get used to using 2 controllers because I was used to I was coming off the Dreamcast. Dreamcast only has 1 analog stick and the Xbox had 2. One was for drive and one was for steering. I had to get used to that. It kind of drove me nuts at first, but I kind of argued about it, like why would they do it this way? Just give it 1 joystick. But then I realized the drifting on the Warhol, man, was freaking beast. And then you had the guy with the machine gun, which means you could do a drift all the way around the enemy and take them up real quick and then take off. That game was freaking amazing. And then the other shocking part was that the enemy knew you. How they would stick their head around the corner, tell them they called you the demon because that's what they considered you to be. And then the demons coming in, they would run and take off. Oh man, I freaking loved it. That's how I fell in love with Halo. Fell in love with Halo. Yeah. Especially when the mothership came down. Have you been on that level when the mothership comes down? How big that thing is? Oh my goodness. Man. And the music for Halo 1 was freaking epic. It was absolutely epic. Now when you hear somebody playing like clips of it, you start tearing up a little bit. And they came up with Gears of War. Oh my goodness. That's another freaking game. I mean, if you're a PlayStation fan, play Gears of War. Check it out, man. That game is freaking awesome. Oh, did you just get me with that kid? Oh, the freak. Am I paying attention to this game? I'm not paying attention. Hold on a minute. There we go. Let's pay attention. Some fire, Scarecrow. Oh, get off me. Oh, it's not going to go well. Please tell me I'm blocking. Nope, I ain't blocked fast enough. Sheesh. Mercy, baby. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Now I want to pay attention. I get my butt kicked. When I don't pay attention, I win. What the freak? Get back up. Oh. Where you going? Nice, they're cooking it. You thought he was going to the left, weren't you? That didn't work out too well. There you go. Yeah, you had to pay for that one. He beat the crap out of me at that level. All right, people. Ugh, I gotta get out of here. Oh, we definitely do a lights out demonstration on this thing. Got to do one. So, gamer technology will be available roughly, probably near end of November. We're going to have it in 32s, 50 ounces, and the ultimate, which is basically the 1 gallon, which those are the ones that you sell the fastest because people paint entire walls with that stuff. So yeah, as it's fully weatherproof, it's still dunking. So over here in the tank, this is what we have it at. Tank's kind of heavy. I got to bring it to the tank. This is how we test them. Make sure they're going to withstand and take that pain, that punishment. That's how you test your screens. I got one sitting in the freezer right now. One sitting in the freezer. It's still in there. I'm going to check on it, see how much it's cracking and peeling. If we're having any issues. I got one on fabric, one on fiberglass, one on PVC. They're all sitting in that freezer. Make sure your stuff is working, so you can sit there and say, "Oh man, let's say amazing." Did I get it already? Ah, I got it already. Whatever. Let's go amazing. Now what I'm looking for is when I dunk a screen like that, we're looking for any bubbles to pop up, anything like that, like it's peeling, it's basically deteriorating. That's the stuff we're looking for. We need to make sure that thing works. You got people going to be painting up massive screens outside, especially a buddy of mine, someone, he's going to do a huge screen for his Nintendo Switch 2, or is it Switch 2? I think, yes, Nintendo Switch 2, for Mario Kart. That ain't a bad idea. So he's going to coat a canvas surface with it and basically hang it up in the backyard for him and the kids to game on. That's freaking cool. I won't come out of this. I got a yippee-ki-yay. Yeah, black levels are good. Nice and bright on the dashboard. It's very important. What we got?
Watching the other football, but don't want to ask your friends, what's offsides?
No, these are going to come with the chasers. The gamers come with chasers. You ever seen them? I have videos of us using chasers. I'm going to go through all that. Come on. Oh, that's just downright creepy. We're not going in that direction. No.
Looks like Jack just realized some people mix and match their game sets. So he gave it a shot too.
This thing's color is really so crazy that even the commercials look like cartoons. It's crazy how bright the color is on this technology. And it's got that ultra deep black. Told you, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And again, like I said, no expensive required. Projectors required. My machine's under 50 bucks. That machine is 50 bucks. That's it. The Epson projector, I'm sorry, the NEC projector I'm purchasing for the big screen over here, it's costing me $100. That's it. That's all it's going to cost me. So when I shop projectors, it doesn't make a difference about the lumen count, because these things can run easily on low lumen projectors. They still maintain the white levels. That's why we do the white on white demonstrations, black on black demonstrations on 1,000 lumen projectors to show they can still generate those still high white levels, even with a ton of lighting in the environment. But when I buy a projector, I don't have to worry about it. Even if it doesn't have an HDMI port, it doesn't really make a difference at all, period. If it's 600 by 800, don't make a difference. The projector downstairs, be in the office, that's a 600 by 800 720p Epson projector. That's a $16.25 machine. So customers that go out and spend the money for the 32 ounce, which is around $272, and paint the screen size up to 150 inches, including with a projector costing them under 20 bucks, can beat a screen setup with a projector that has a high-end projector and a $7,000 screen. Because gunmetal technology can't see 100% black. That's one strike. They have really bad narrow viewing cone effects. That's two. They don't work on ultra short throw projectors. They require special screens. That's three. They don't operate outside. That's four. There's a lot of things they can't do at the end of the day. And this technology, if you want, you can paint it to the ceiling and turn your ceiling into an infinity ceiling, as they cost 10 to 20 grand for one of those. So if you're doing a dedicated theater room setup, not only can you paint this giant screen on your wall, but you can turn your ceiling. And you've seen us do ceiling demonstrations all the time. You can have lights on and all that stuff. It doesn't affect the screen. I can watch outer space with stars pushing through the ceiling with the lights on. So this technology does so much more. People in the projector mapping community, everybody knows that black visual effects have to be done with projector mapping on black surfaces. And as I showed you in demonstrations with black paint and basically the stuff, everyday stuff we have in here, don't match the screen. Right now, we have the largest test on black demonstrations versus our product. No one else has that. Not even gray screens have it. Not even silver screens have it. Not even gunmetal screens. We're the only company who has those tests now. And now you can go to our website. You can see them on display, loading up on the screen one by one by one. Yeah, we have the largest test. So, anyone wants to sit there and challenge us in the day? And if you make a statement on your YouTube channel and say, hey, this product's nothing more than black paint, that's going to cost you $10 million. And yeah, we can take it out of you. Can we back it up? Oh, heck yeah, we can back it up. We do it every day live. I can do it every day right in the courtroom with no problem. Matter of fact, I'm not going to do it. You're going to do it. Since you made the accusation, we'll post your video of what you accuse our company of, and you'll do it for me. It'll be the hardest thing you ever do in your entire life, because you know what happens when that projector cuts on and that paint doesn't match? You've lost your entire world. But remember, everybody has options. No one put a gun to your head. No one forced you. You did it at free will. And since you did it at free will, you're responsible for your actions. So that's that right there. Why do you think none of these big companies come out and make that statement? You ever heard Black Diamond, Elite Screens, DMP Supernova, Firehawk G4? Any of them big companies ever make that statement about my company? No. Because they know better. They know if they made that statement, they watch me back my product up over and over again, they know at the end of the day that I could walk into a courtroom and I could clean their clock completely. But only people who don't have the money, because they have the money. If they made the statement, they had the money. But we can get them pretty good in the courtroom. They're not going to run that risk and damage your company's name, their reputation, get embarrassed in a courtroom. They're not going through that bull crap. But people who don't have the money, you guys make that statement, and you're the main ones that go to court and cry. First thing you tell the judges, you don't have the money. They don't care about that. The evidence is right there. You couldn't back up your claim. You're getting sued. That's how that works. Because you know why you do it? You figure no one's going to figure where you're at. Yeah, that's what they're trained in mind. They think at the end of the day that no one's going to figure out where they live at, where they work at. That's what you think, don't you? Welcome to the digital age. That's what they thought also too. They would never be found. They're found. That's when the panic sets in, when they know where you live at. Now, if you didn't do anything wrong, who cares at the end of the day? But if you did do something wrong, yeah, that's not well. So for us, we're going to collect a lot of money in the next couple of, between this year and next summer. We're still going to be suing people. And for the dumb stuff on YouTube. And for a lot of the people, it's going to be a really hard time for you. You can't go on your channel, you can't rant. Well, you don't have your channel anymore. We're getting it removed. You don't have it anymore. Your channel, Facebook, a page, you're not allowed online. But you get committed of a cyber crime, you have no access to online ever. You lose that. Look at that right there. Isn't that astonishing? Yep. And all these people went out and bought those expensive 4K projectors And we could do this at 50 bucks. They tell you to calibrate a machine you spent all this money for. We never tell you to calibrate. What the frick would I tell you to calibrate for? I don't even like to calibrate. I hate calibrating. I would never do it. Never. Never. You never force me to do it. Never. Lights out, screens are gorgeous. Lights on, they're gorgeous. Outside, they're gorgeous. That's a 720p model, by the way. Running off a PS4. Let's just see something here. Running off a PS4 because it has the ability to enhance gameplay, all that other crazy stuff. I don't like to do this, but look at that. That's a 720p machine at 50 bucks. And some of you right now spent all this money for your projector, and think how much money you would have just saved just now by touching our technology. $50. That's it. But the good thing about it is, even though if you spent more money for your projector, the good thing about it, at least now, you get what you paid for. Our black technology over here at Screen Paint would crushes easily. I certify. Crushes easy. Any form of screen. It can operate outside at 300 lumens. And you got screens right now, projectors that run at 3,000 lumens, 4,000, 5,000. They can even operate in a fully lit environment. That can run outside with 300 lumens. Easy. Yep, but at least you get what you paid for, because then you don't get what you think you get out of your projector. You're lucky if you get maybe 50% out of it. You're lucky. You don't even come close to that. All the colors and stuff you think you're seeing, you're not even picking up any of that at all. Your projector has the capability, but your screen can't read it. That's why we use the low entry level projectors, because I can make a projector like this look this amazing. And if I put a white surface and it doesn't read, and I put a gray surface and it doesn't read, that tells you that how badly you cheat your projector. So my customers at the end of the day don't go through this nonsense. While other people are inside trying to hide from the window light, my customers can watch a sea turtle in their backyard. No 4K required. How much fun I'm going to have at a show that I got to come here and show my projectors up here, or my projectors are getting painted. I got some pretty cool artwork I want to design on. My buddy's going to put a huge band-aid, graffiti band-aid on the side of it. They're going to look crazy. Some are going to glow in the dark, have lights, action figures glued on them. Why am I making them that way? Because, show them at the end of the day, we're not spending money for these serious high-end projectors. It's not needed. I want them to take the projector as a joke. When they come to the room, my showroom area, I want them to look at the whole painted model. I'm going to have the model right there and see it. I want them to laugh and joke about it. We're going to have a white screen there, but behind the white screen is going to be one of these black technologies. Have the area well lit to make them think of the day, how are we going to get this to run with all this lighting in here? But we're not going to show up the halo system yet. It's called the Trojan horse effect. So they come in, they see the old projectors, they see the white screen and all that. They're going to take it as a joke. Not realizing that when that screen pulls up, it can be one of those technologies, that technology, this technology, and they can generate with a 6K or 12K halo system in the screen, which they're going to see. Because a little bit of lighting they have in their environment, that halo system can overpower that with no problem, including the additional lighting we have in the environment that's not turned on yet. And the projector we're using costs far less. That's how you sell a product. And for the price point that it is, it can't keep up with it. Imagine if a Black Diamond were to drop a $5,000 screen down to $500. You know how much money that would hurt their company? Their shareholders wouldn't like it one bit. It would cause problems. So you can't come down to my price range because it will hurt you. And yet you can't compete with us because we can develop technology in such a rapid pace. This was made in 20 minutes, remind you. So for the people who make the screen paint products that want to be, it's not about you. I can't explain this enough. It's about the certifieds. You don't mess with the certifieds, you don't do demonstrations against the certifieds, and yet you want to claim to be us, and we, on the other hand, take on certified technology. Closest you come to a physical screen is white. Anyone can beat that. Let me get those VR glasses. Those are pretty hot. Nope, there's the Joker. Those customers that spent the money for those high-end projectors, do you think they want to spend that money? Technically, no. If they were told that they could get that projector for far cheaper, they would go and get it. Everybody likes to save money. Even rich people like to save money. They don't have an option there. Because the way the system's set up, that the more money you spend, the better your system. You'll spend $7,000 for a screen. That's just for 100-inch, mind you. Or 5,000 or 3,000. And anything you buy past that point tilts it. So your projector costs you $2,000, you're $5,000 in. Projector costs you $2,000, your screen's $7,000, you're $9,000 in. You haven't even bought the sound system yet. No movie chairs, none of that stuff. So you're talking about close to $25,000 for a system to be put in. That's a lot of freaking money. For something that you can't even see a contrast level and can't operate in a fully lit environment. You have no option. Our technology, options. You don't be stuck in the dark if you don't want to. None of that nonsense. It's not necessary. You got options, people. Options. We've been giving you options for a very long time. We've been giving you options. And some people have taken advantage of those options and some people haven't. Tell you got to be in the dark? You don't have to be in the dark. Tell you have to acquire expensive projectors? You don't need expensive projectors. When the projectors don't work right, they tell you to calibrate. You don't have to calibrate. What about your contrast levels? You're going to spend more money for inky projectors for higher contrast and you can't even see. It's like watching a dog chase his tail. Not even needed. That's why I got people in there taking advantage of the Super Bowl sale. I got 3 screens to paint in. Over somebody said they want the whole wall done, which we used to seeing that, the whole wall done. Why do you do the whole wall? Because you can change out the aspect ratio of your screen at any size you want. You do 4.3 and do multiple projectors, you can do anything you want. 100% contrast. Look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? I'm in my office right now. Commercial environment. I can come in here and I can work, do what I need to do. Got people coming, they stare at the screen most of the time and touch it, whatever, when I'm coming out. They'll have people touch the screen. When I first put the screen in the carrying place, what they did, they leaned against the wall and looked at the screen to see if they can still see it if it would go dark, and picked up. So today, when I get done all my errands and all, we're going to do a demonstration of monitor versus that screen right there, the gamer screen, and we're going to do monitor versus our ultimate cinematic. For the customers who place orders, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm going to be getting your orders out the door so you're good to go. So that'll be tomorrow. You'll be receiving your tracking number, so you'll be good to go. And that's pretty much it. I got to get out of here. I got to go take a look at the building. Yep, it's building shopping today again. Pray and ask the Lord what we get, what we need. Some of the places were nice. Some of the places were just, yeah, one of those. So, yeah, get a bigger place so we can work, bigger screens, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? The more we advance, the better technology we develop. The better technology you develop, the better stuff you have on the market. All right, people, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you for your time. I have to go. Of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology, because if it weren't for him, none of this would ever be possible. Let me come out of this all together because I got to have it. Forgetting to turn this thing off. Let me see. Power option. Turn off. There. Done. The lights off. We don't run those lights in here. No one's trying to get cooked. And he doesn't like them anyway. And that's basically about it, people. Well, I got much to do today. It's a busy day for Mr. Bird. Hope you enjoy your day. Pray before you walk out the door. Anything you do today, make sure you pray. Gotta go. Thank you and God bless.